Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sketch a Day Live. It is Monday, April 12th, another Sci Fi Monday, kicking off our weekly sketch challenge as well. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching, I'm only streaming on YouTube today. So if you're here, welcome. Thanks for being the best. Sorry, I'm just checking a quick message here, just so I don't misspeak. Okay, so we're going to be doing a bit of nostalgia today as a theme for the week. And since it is Sci Fi Monday, normally Sci Fi Sunday, I thought I would do. And people like to ask for this, but thought I would do some steampunk stuff. Thought I'd do some steampunk stuff for a change. So that's what we'll be doing this week. Not steampunk, but nostalgia. Old stuff. That is the theme. All right. Thank you, Vidant. Mystery, what's up? Sai, Tom. Yep, I am also on Twitch. I know that. I just didn't want to stream on Facebook today. All right, so let's get started with a little bit of warm up. I'll be using Adobe Fresco today. I'll just start off here with some straight lines. You know the drill. Hopefully you know the drill by now, and you're doing the drills yourselves. Welcome, thank you, and much love to the channel members and patrons. Thank you for your support, for making it possible to do this. Certainly a lot easier. All right, let's get our straight lines in here. So I did hear a rumor that the new iPads will be out soon, so hopefully that is the case. Mine seems to be struggling a little bit in terms of battery and a few other things, so I'm hoping that there's a new one soon. All right. Oh, and my Apple Pencil might be on its way out too. The tip of my pencil is like kind of jacked. I think I dropped it or something. So hopefully it makes it through the stream this today and this week, I should say. All right, I'm gonna keep it tight. I'll probably just do one drawing for the hour here, but I'll be doing a little bit of figure stuff, costume. And making a steampunk. Yeah, see, this pencil is not cooperating. Actually, let me see if I can just change the tip here, or if it's the. I'm gonna change the pencil tip. Give me just a sec. Just a second. All right. So if you have an Apple Pencil, I don't know if you all knew this, but you can change the tips of your pencils. So if it's going bad or whatever, I actually just got some cheap ones. Yeah, I think it was the tip itself. Yeah, I think it was the tip that was messed up, not the pencil. Thank goodness. Hey NYC everything, what's up? Much love, shout out. Hey Svetlana. Hello. Okay, maybe it's not the pencil. I mean the tip. This tip doesn't seem as bent though, so we'll see. Hope things are okay over there in Russia, Svetlana. Hope you're staying safe. I haven't been following too closely, or as closely, in the news, but hit me up sometime. What digital drawing tools should you get? Whichever one you can afford, whichever one makes you happy. That's what I always say. That's what I would get. Marzi says, I've never changed the tip on mine in 4 years. That's crazy. I with the previous iPad, I'm guessing you don't have the iPad with the squared off sides. Can I say disco time and then Baymello and Janes? Disco time, Baymello and Janes. Hey Jordan, what's up? So I wanted to. I had an idea of some character, and I don't know. You guys are like, what is he drawing? But I'll kind of. Maybe I should do a box first, just to push my perspective a little bit here. Shoot, what was I gonna say? Is Fresco better than Photoshop? For drawing, yeah, I think so. It's better for drawing. Oh, that's what I was saying. So the iPad Pro, I had the original iPad Pro. Right, I was one of the first people to buy one. So I was like, this is awesome. It's like a Wacom tablet, and I don't have to have a giant cable with it. So I bought 6 Apple Pencils, either 5 or 6, during the time I owned that thing. Hey Latrice, how's your sketching going? Hope that's. You said you were getting some traditional materials and things out. But yeah, I had to buy. Yeah, something's up with my pencil. Or maybe it's. Could just be the palm rejection here. Let me switch and see if it's the same with Procreate real quick. Let's do a little troubleshooting. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is my pencil. So we'll just keep going. We'll keep going. Something that is long-term and budget-friendly. Yeah, it just depends on your budget. You know, the $1,000 US to me is different than $1,000 US to other people. So that's just what you gotta figure that out. All right, so I want to draw some steampunk dude, just kind of standing here. I guess I gotta think of a pose. What shall this person be doing? I'm gonna lighten this up. Just using these as guides. Working on a fish tank. NYC everything. Thank you. Too kind. Too kind. So yeah, I was trying to figure out what this character might be doing in terms of stance, posture, whatever. Again, just using this kind of as a guide here. Like hands akimbo, perhaps. And then we'll do the costume and all that stuff. But yeah, I had purchased about six styluses when I had that original iPad. Just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So yeah, trying to get a little bit of perspective here with you know, leg position, feet, all that stuff. Nice thing about digital drawings, you can always reposition, rescale things. You know, kind of nice that way. And then just trying to make sure that and you can kind of see now why I drew that box, because I wanted to have the perspective. Oh, that's good, Svetlana. I'm good. I was a little bit worried. My camera's out of focus. Yeah, if I move my head, it focuses on the background instead, so that's probably why. Sorry about that. What's up, Salmon? Marzi says, bought 2 the first year because you had a puppy who liked to chew things. Oh wow. I have a child who liked to chew things. And that's one reason I have so many charging cables. One of my kids used to like to chew through my cables all the time. I'm just gonna extend or move the torso up just a little bit here. Yeah, just a little bit. All right, so maybe something like that. Get a little curve. Get our clavicles. And our character is looking at us, so you know, if this is kind of direction of chest, character is looking at us. All right. In terms of stance, however, I feel like this is a little bit too wide on the leg over here, so now I'm gonna make a selection. This would be a lot harder to do on paper for me personally, but like I said, I'm practicing, trying to get a little bit better. All right, so change the angle there. Feels a lot better. Yeah, so some directionality to the weight of the body, basically. Right there. All right, so now I have another overlay. So this is kind of like taking paper and, thank you, Sai. It's kind of like tracing paper and placing over. All right, so I want this character to be wearing like a suit, definitely some sort of hat. I guess this is, if you recall, some of you might recall. How do I do this again? Select multiple. There we go. Octavius. Do you remember Octavius? The other steampunk character we did. This canvas too is 16 by 20 inches, so it's big. Right, that would be, I'm not even sure what size that is, but maybe 2 A3 size pieces of paper. Pardon me. I guess a little bit bigger than an A3 size paper. Alright, where am I? Wrong layer. Let's make a new layer. Okay, so like I said, now I can kind of work on costume, suit, whatever. You know, is this character wearing a vest, for example? What are they wearing? A vest with some fine tails. Or is that weird? In a ruffled shirt? Maybe ruffled to a point. Or something. Can always tweak this stuff though. But if it is a steampunk character, then I'm gonna want to do some like weird stuff. Like maybe they have some sort of shoulder piece. Definitely gonna want to have some sort of chain or you know, straps of some sort or whatever. So we'll just kind of block this out. You know, some people are really good at drawing people. I am not. So it takes me a little bit of effort here and time. I've got to figure out, personally anyways, figure out like the structure underneath, what's happening. I just find it's easier for me when I do that, as opposed to just like going for it. But whatever works. All right, let's have maybe some sort of belt thing here. Just get the elbow. I don't know if you do this either, but sometimes when I'm drawing people, I will I'll position my hand in the same way, or just try to imagine, you know, what it's like. I guess this could be a pocket too. I'll decide a little bit later. But sometimes I'll just look at myself. And I was asking a friend of mine actually. They're really good at drawing people. And I was like, do you just go for it? And he's like, nah, I use a lot of reference. Sometimes I'll even take a picture of myself and then use that. I kind of like this X configuration thing. But we definitely want some buttons here. I'm not sure if this is even the right size, or side rather. Some sort of collar. Fantastic collared shit. No doubt. So yeah, this tail behind, and then we've got definitely gonna have him wear some boots. I think boots seem appropriate here. Maybe boots, and then let's see. So this is like the rough sketch phase, you know. Just kind of roughing things out. All right, so we got our other foot here. All right, so we got that nice stance. We've got the weight distribution. Now we'll work on his head, maybe his fabulous hair. It's a dude. I guess I could draw another character. Draw another character in here. Hello, Vidant. Brian, hello. Using Adobe Fresco today. Drawing a steampunk character. The challenge this week is nostalgious, and I neglected to do Sci-Fi Sunday yesterday, so I thought, why not do both today? I've done that a couple times on Mondays, anyways. Should you have a cane? I like canes. I really do like canes. Not sure what else is kind of steampunky here, but I've got the straps. Maybe I'll look up some costumes and see if there's like maybe some elements I can pull in, because I'm kind of just going out of my head. Steampunk clothing. All right, steampunk clothing. Let's see what we find. Hopefully nothing too crazy, salacious. Hopefully. All right. Let's see what we got. We got corsets, strappy things, lots of stripes. This guy's interesting. It's got like, yeah, so see some sort of shoulder piece. The goggles for sure. The hat. Yeah, this is really interesting. Definitely. Okay, he's got some weapon. I guess I could do a gun too. That would be fun. All right, so I got some ideas now, and this is why inspiration, or at least reference, isn't all bad, because it can kind of help you, whether it's, you know, figure out wrinkles or folds in clothing, for example, or it might be a certain boot style. Right? Maybe you want to have some straps somewhere. I will be painting this one up, so we're gonna just be working on this for a bit. Painting, coloring, whatever. Yeah, I love goggles. Goggles are great. He doesn't need a hat. But I like this clock as some sort of shoulder piece, clock gauge. Maybe it has like a couple. And then we can do some sort of chain thing, perhaps, and holster for ridiculous weapon. Just roll or rough that in, I should say. Yeah, I kind of like this. It's coming together. Like I said, I don't do a lot of people sketches, but I'm kind of working at it. All right, so that feels pretty good. So we're gonna do the same thing. Like I'm going to, lower the opacity, and then we'll do kind of a final sketch over this. I guess if I were painting it, just actual full paint, then we wouldn't need to necessarily do the line work again, but I do want to have some line work on this. Should they have a mustache of some sort? Actually, a mustache seems kind of cool. Some ridiculous mustache. Although now that looks like a big smile. Alright, so I'm gonna hide, let's see, I can turn off some of these layers now. Just keep kind of working here. I mean, if it is the steampunky, I need like some props is really what I need. I need I'm just sketching this in, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna have a hat on this dude. So we'll see. I'm trying to think. Okay, if there was some prop, what would it be? Is this dude in like a lab or something? I don't know. Or maybe not. We don't have to include all that stuff. So I guess he could be holding like some other gun. Yeah, I kind of like that actually, because it gives a bit of directionality as his leg here kind of sweeps back, so it kind of balances things out. So I like that. Donald Trump swoosh. Maybe so. Maybe he does. All right, so I can lower this again. Now, let's get serious. Somewhat serious. I'm still using this pencil, and I'll continue to use it. All right, just a little facial expression, nothing too serious. So one thing Fresco does lack that Procreate doesn't have currently, I know it's being worked on, is quick shapes. But if you do like smoothing, they do have smoothing in the app. And that just means here I can tap on the brush and then have smoothing on. Looks like this one has some on by default, but I usually don't mess with smoothing, quick line, that kind of thing, as you all are likely aware of. So yeah, definitely gonna give this dude the crazy here. Just some like crazy Mad Hatter style here that's kind of off to the side. So yeah, the theme this week is nostalgia. I thought, why not mix it up, do some sort of steampunkish thing. So that's what I'm doing here. Thanks for joining, being a part of the stream today. Oh yeah, that's right. I disappeared last week. So my kids are gone for spring break, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a spring break. And actually this summer I think I'm gonna take at least 2 weeks off and just chill. I definitely need some time to recharge, and at least taking this little break kind of reminded me of that. So I'm gonna take some time off. So I'll let you all know when that is. Probably be sometime in May or June, thereabouts. But yeah, just letting you know. So got to travel a little bit. It was fun. I don't know if Lori's watching, but I was in her neck of the woods for a little bit. Thank you, Vidant. You can like the stream if you want to. You don't have to like the stream, but I appreciate it, certainly. I don't know how YouTube works, but I think the algorithm does something when it comes to like liking, engaging, whatever. And then before you know it, you have a ton of people watching. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm really liking how this dude's turning out. So also, if you're like me and you know you're not necessarily the best at drawing hands or people, on my website I have a list of books that I've personally found helpful, so you can check that out. Yeah, this finger is hidden, but I'll post the link here to that book. So it's called Morpho Anatomy for Artists. It's a really great reference. It certainly helped me a bunch, so check it out. So I think I'm gonna do some sort of like laced up thing here on the side. For a fabulous friend. All right, and then let's see. Okay, and then here I'll just have shirt, something like that, underneath this vest that also has these fabulous tails. Cyberpunk, steampunk, and what you see is cowboys in the future, big city guy in the future. I don't know either. People love it. I'm not what I would consider to be hardcore steampunk person or fan, but it's kind of cool in its own way. It's kind of cool. So I don't mind drawing it. I love drawing pretty much anything. So, but there's certainly a lot of passion, if you will, behind the genre. At least so I've found. Maybe I should change the title to steampunk. See if that'll trigger. All right, boom. Bonjour, D-Tangai. D-Tangai? D-Tangay? Hello. Bonjour. But yeah, I'm gonna take some time off for sure. I just realized I need that. As for why this dude's wearing a watch on his shoulder, I don't know. But it's kind of cool. I think it's cool anyways. All right, and elbow. Maybe that's the extent of the shirt or something. Some sort of glove, perhaps. All right, and then let's see, I've got like a belt here. Belt of some sort. Probably a utility belt, no doubt. Some like compartment or something in there. I think the gist of, and if I'm misspeaking, feel free to correct me, but I think the gist of steampunk is it's like technology but not high technology. And everything's it's kind of like old school, which is why I thought of it when we decided on the topic of nostalgia. I just thought, oh, that seems fitting. Seems fitting, so why not? Hello, Emin John. So yeah, if someone has a better explanation, let me know. I'd be happy to stand corrected and learn. Shout out again to Paul Sohi for the beats. All right, maybe this goes up to the belt. I think that makes more sense. Makes a bit more sense. Oh, I see what you're saying, Summon. So it the aesthetic feels old. I can agree with that and understand where you're coming from. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe that is what it is. But yeah, I'd say the aesthetic feels old, but at least some of the stuff I've watched, I've seen a couple things. It's not so much future as we perceive it, but if Steam were still a thing, maybe it's how things might work. Oh, and I'm like shading. I shouldn't be shading. I'm gonna color this. Fastest way to color this is definitely gonna be watercolor, so we'll see. See what I end up doing here. Yeah, I mean, it would be hard to make a steampunk character feel like a Michael Bay Transformer robot, and I don't think that's the intent per se. But I don't know. I'm not an expert on the genres, so if someone, like I said, wants to clarify and correct me, feel free. Alright, so we got one boot there. I wanted the top to be a little bit open. I might change that, but it's kind of what I wanted to start here. Dude's got calves. And these little strappies in here. Steam power is emerging in the 19th century. Yeah, it's like 19th century aesthetic with advanced technology. So if there were advanced technology in the 19th century, what would that mean? Because I've seen productions where the steampunk aesthetic and technology, like, they're doing amazing things. You're just like, whoa, okay. You have a teleporter or whatever. And it's like, that's cool. You have a teleporter. How? I don't really know, but it works. All right, so maybe on this arm, he's got some like leather, kind of like that inspiration that I'd pulled in. Maybe he's got some like. That also helps me hide the shoulder here. I didn't really pre-draw this, so I'm gonna have to work it out as I go. Wild Wild West. Oh yeah, I guess Wild Wild West was kind of steampunk, right? That's the Will Smith movie. It's kind of steampunky. This almost makes me want to make this dude have like a big bazooka or something. Like some steampunk bazooka, but I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, here's an instance where like literally I'm trying to draw this hand holding weapons, so to remind myself, I'm like, okay, I kind of know shape-wise what I'm after. Just by looking at my hand, it gives me a chance to Gives me a chance to like just have some quick reference. So yeah, maybe there's some like scroll work on this thing. Just keeping it ornate. Keeping it ornate. It's like some sort of shotgun. I'm gonna change this a little bit. All right, and I'm gonna want to have some sort of, yeah, there we go. So Sketch a Day Live, thanks for joining. Happy Monday to you, wherever you're watching. So this goes to show I don't own guns and I don't know how to hold them, but I'm pretty sure you don't rest your finger on the trigger. I'm pretty sure. So the ring would be here, trigger would be here, and then fingers like so. Maybe the index finger is like just behind. All right, so that feels better. But yeah, I don't own any guns. No shade if you do though. It's fine. I'm just not personally I'm not a gun person. I fired them. Just not really not a gun nut. Okay. So now I should be able to turn off. There we go. So now you can kind of see what we're working with. A little bit of a process. But keep cleaning up here. Maybe that's a bit much. Maybe. You'll be watching another live stream today on Monday. Sorry. A little message. Oh, that's nice of you. Help your dad out. Only clean your dad's gun. Yeah, I'm not gonna do the background stuff. We'll just keep this dude clean. I'll have to figure out a name for him though, so I'll take suggestions on a name. Oh, comic book artist live stream. That's cool. When I was younger, I used to make comics. That was pretty fun. All right, so let's do a quick and dirty paint here. To do that, I think I'm gonna use a combination of my own brushes. So I do have brushes available for Fresco. They work with Photoshop. I've heard people have imported them into Procreate. You can try it, but there's no promises that it'll work great. Xavier, Silas. I like Silas. Zordar. Silas Zordar, or Silas Xavier Zordar. Silas X Zordar. That could be a name. I'll have to write these down. Alright, Silas Xavier Zordar. Interesting. So yeah, quick paint. I'm going to use a combination of some of the built-in brushes here. So the Go-Go brush is my favorite. I really like it, but we can play with some other ones. There's a natural brush here that I'll play with as well. Lots of browns and tans with these steampunk people. Okay, so I like this brush so far. It's very quick, I will say. This is one of the built-in brushes in Fresco. All right, I'm gonna try and do this on one layer too, so we can go quick. I may mix it up at some point, but we'll just rock and roll here for a bit on a single layer. Just block in some colors, keep it loose. Keep it loose. Let's see. Maybe a little bit lighter brown for these gloves. I'll have to figure out hair color, of course, what that's gonna be. So just blocking color. I guess this is kind of what I do when I do industrial design sketching as well. I like to block in colors. Just find it's a lot faster. And then you can, instead of trying to, individually paint something in, it's just a lot faster. Okay, so these pants, I actually think I want to make gray after all, like a light gray. And then that way there's enough contrast to work with in terms of color, because yeah, that feels better already. I didn't do any stripes though. I gotta figure out somewhere to put some stripes in. But in any case, let's go ahead and make this vest, or at least parts of it, if not the whole thing, kind of tan. Had this little leather corset type thing here. Panel. Oh yeah, that's what I can do. So then I'll just do dark gray with stripes. Gotta get some stripes in. Now, if you wanted to be super extra crazy careful, you could do this all in separate layers, but like I said, I'm just going for quick here. How am I on time? I don't even know how I am on time. Where are we at? Okay, got about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes, so I should be okay. I always feel like color is kind of the fast part for me. Alright, so still using this brush. Same brush, same layers. And then now I'm going to take a darker gray. Smaller brush. Needs to be even darker. Just kind of come in next to these. And back to white, right next to that. All right. I want some color though, like for the shirt itself. So that I'm gonna have to try and figure out what color would look good. In the meantime, let's go ahead and paint in our holster here. And again, this is all in the same layer. All right, so just trying to be a little careful with my colors, where I paint. All right, this clock, I want to be kind of gold or brass or something. So we'll just start with this little yellow. Zordar because he has a gun, and Zordar means the suppressor. Oh. I like that. Is that in, I'm not sure, is that like a different language, or, and I don't mean that to be offensive or anything, but I'm just wondering. All right, so now I may start toning things a little bit. You can see, hopefully, there's a little bit of difference in the color here as I try to make this shiny. All right, so I have some nice shiny spots. And then also want to make this dark in certain spots as well. All right, so just kind of blend and scuff and figure that out. Same thing here on the side. It's probably a bit too much. Let's see. So pick this color. You can also adjust the hue, saturation, brightness sliders a little bit more precise if you're trying to do something subtle. Say it like that. Tap and hold on the screen, similar to Procreate in that way. Tap and hold, select a color. Oh, Kurdish, Zordar. That's cool. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. Zordar, Zordar, Zordar. So yeah, just a little quick paint there. And then here we can go maybe a little bit lighter on the pant. For example. Kind of just repeat that process, right? Rinse and repeat. It depends on, you know, how clean you want to get with it, but for like a quick paint, I think this works pretty well. Works pretty well. And remember, of course, contrast is your friend, so as you up the contrast in certain areas, things will start to pop. All right, shirt color. I think Octavius had a pink shirt last time. Octavius was our other steampunk character. I'm not sure what color to make this dude's shirt, so any requests for shirt color? Any requests for shirt color? I probably should have done these straps after the shirt color. Is just gonna be a little harder to paint. I guess I could do that on a separate layer though. Finally, separate layer. Lavender. Okay. Lavender it is. Marzi came through first. Dark gray blue, maybe as an accent. Marzi beat you to it. Alright, so I want this to feel like wood with yeah, like wood with some brass or gold on it. For this handle on this weapon. Then of course we'll have our dark gray shaft. What do you think so far? Curious. I'm personally happy with it. All right, lavender. Is this technically lavender? Let's see. What does lavender look like? Maybe a bit more blue. Like this color. I'll just paint a little bit. Let me know if you mean that color. I've also got to do a skin tone. So in the meantime, let's get our other gun painted in here. Okay, awesome. Marzi says yes. All right, so I know the vest is a little bit weird, but the shirt is lavender. So it's like a little vest with tails over this lavender shirt. So this is just a quick paint. The other brush I like to use is the marker brush in my set of brushes. One of his sleeves is not rolled up. But I'll use my marker brush from time to time for shading. So I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. I say it's all in the same layer, but I mean, it's really not. And this is, I guess this will show you the importance of, at least if you draw this way, or illustrate or paint this way, having good lines, because this is literally the paint right now. And the lines kind of bring it together somewhat. So that's another reason I like using this. I'm on the right layer. I'm not on the right layer. Using this technique. So spend a little bit more time on the lines, and you don't have to be as precise with your paint, I've found. All right, I do want him to have like pink hair or something though. Or maybe it's pink and it goes into blue. Tribute to a friend. I have a friend that has a very colorful hair. All right, so similar thing here. Just pick a little darker value for these folds. All right, any shadow areas. This arm that's on the other side as well, we can go a little bit darker. I'll leave that for last. Okay. I was just kind of messing around with some reflection stuff. Okay, we're making good progress. I think should be able to finish up in about 10 minutes here, I hope. Then I will leave you be to enjoy your Monday. Okay, that was a little too much. There. A little too much. Just want to get some contrast in. Yeah, that works. Alright, so we got our weapon here, and just want to make this feel like wood, so I'm going to throw some wood grain lines on this, light and dark. Now we've got a little bit of a wood texture. Do the same thing here. And let's go a little darker. Let's get some nice variation in there. Cool. Now we're cooking with the gas, so to speak. When I lived in San Francisco, I think I was on my internship at this point. There was a bus driver that I ran into, and interestingly enough, there's not a lot of black people in San Francisco. And as a black person, oftentimes I find myself doing the what's called the nod. You know, you see another black person, you give them a nod. Not if you're not black though. I'm just saying, it's a thing with black people. So anyhow, I give this guy the nod, and he's like, "What you doing out here?" I'm like, "Oh, you know, I'm on my internship. I'm working for this company." He's like, "All right." Anyhow, in the course of speaking, he just had all sorts of interesting phrasing and isms, you could say. But one of the things he said, he was telling me this story, and I don't remember. Maybe I told him something, and he was like, "Now you're cooking with the gas." It's pretty fun. Now you're cooking with the gas. So that's what we're doing. Cooking with gas right now. All right, skin tone, skin color. I've been hesitating and putting that off, but I think I'm gonna go for kind of more tan. Definitely not. Let's see, maybe a little too. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's like the same color as the leather. We'll lighten it up though. Not worried. Base color tone and all that. All that jazz. All right, so let's go a little lighter. And even lighter. And let's go a little bit darker here. Maybe something like that. Yeah, I definitely don't paint enough. I love painting, but I definitely don't do it enough. All right, we're almost there. Again, this is all in the same layer, and I'm just trying to move very quickly. So, you know, if I wanted to spend a lot more time, we could, but not today. So the theme this week, as I mentioned, is nostalgia, old things. You know, whether it's an old town or it might be an old typewriter or some heirloom. Check out the Weekly Sketch Challenge channel. Thank you, Jordan, for the suggestion, as always. Do I have any art style in mind? Oh, that's for Devin. Decent free apps. Adobe Fresco is free. It does have a couple downsides if you don't pay for Creative Cloud, but it is free if you're just trying to draw and practice. That's something you can check out. But if you're wanting to export stuff and kind of have it be a part of your workflow for free, it's not gonna let you do that. So just something to think about if you are gonna use it. All right, so maybe there's some gauge thing here. All right, and I did want to see. I'm gonna go with my favorites. I'm gonna use my marker brush. So this is that marker I was telling you about. So you could also paint with this. Like I could just take this purple, for example. It just has a different look. All right, so if you wanted to do that. But the reason I want to use this is to kind of help me with shading some of this clock business in. I need like a nice dark, yeah, right along here. Like a bit of a shadow core. And then I can also paint in a little bit of highlight stuff. Let's zoom out. Maybe use it on this glove here. And just for a little bit of texture on this leather bit here. And also some shadow, some of these spots. All right. We're getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. I just want these laces to pop a little bit more. Hello, Rohit. Rohit. Looks like people are finally joining and I'm about to end the stream. So sad. It's okay, you can catch me outside next time. How about that? But yeah, I'm not gonna work on this too much more. Just get a little bit of shadow in here. Okay, let's go ahead and make this darker lavender. Can't draw that fun look if it isn't dark or sad. You can't draw it. Oh. One bit of advice I've given myself in life is beware of the stories we tell ourselves. And I'm totally guilty of this. I've often said, I can't draw people. I'm not going to draw people. Well, I just did. I just figured it out. So get help if you need, check out books, resources, whatever. And that's gonna help set you up. All right, so let's just do a nice light shadow here. Just under all this. This is on a separate layer now. Okay, but I just want to do some little shadow. It's very light. But yeah, I think this is as far as I want to take Silas Xavier Zordar. I haven't decided on the name, but that's what we're going with for now. Take a little screenshot there for posterity. All right. So, just a quick recap. Can we do a quick recap? Let's see. Let's go. I forgot how to do this. Oh, export. Let's do publish and export, time lapse, so we can kind of see the process here of what we did. So, thank you so much for hanging out. You can see here we did our warm ups, all that good stuff. Started with blobs and then went to the box, figured out perspective, frame. Lots of tweaking, figuring stuff out, but eventually this would become the underlay of our drawing. All right. I don't think I can skip ahead here, but if you do want to catch the full replay, definitely check out the stream. Watch. All right. Promise it won't be mind-numbingly boring, but this is a bit of the process. All right. So it's okay to change your mind along the way. You know, I had the background props, didn't put those in the Catch Me Outside. Reminded you of high school. What? Oh my goodness. That's terrible, Salmon. That sounds intense. Anyhow, I'll let you all catch the replay if you want to see coloring, all that. But there's our character with some color. All right. And a couple things, like it's important to recognize, I think, scale. So it's a big canvas, so I don't have to worry about all the little details and nitpick, because once I zoom out to a size that I think it's going to be shown at, you can see it all comes together. But if I zoom in and you look at that gun, for example, it's just some broad strokes, same thing there, right? So try to think about scale and how big you're going to present something, and then that'll kind of help you decide how much detail you might want to have. All right. Trackstar says, I always tune in at the end. When do I aim to start? Usually I go around 9 or 10 Pacific. So today was 10 a.m. Pacific time. Tomorrow I'll probably do 9 a.m. Pacific time for a quick stream. Occasionally I'll do it in the afternoon, but the most important thing you can do is subscribe and turn on alerts. So if you turn on alerts, and you have permissions on your phone or computer set correctly, YouTube will push a notification and say Sketch-A-Day is live, and then you can tune in. So pardon me, that's probably the best way to go about it. All right, well, thanks for watching, everyone. It's been fun. I'll be back tomorrow, like I said, either in the morning or late afternoon, but we'll continue. The theme this week is nostalgia. So if it's maybe something from your childhood, something old, you might want to use an old technique. It doesn't have to be specifically you know, an old town. I think Jordan provided some examples there in the weekly sketch challenge channel. So you can check that out on the Discord. That's at sketchaday.com/discord. If you're curious, check it out there. Um, and join the Discord. Say hi. Oh, our alerts are broken for me, says Trackstar. Yeah, go ahead and fix that, and then you won't miss it. Shout out and thanks to the patrons and channel members. If you don't know what that is, Patreon is a way to support people that are like me, creatives, and you can make a monthly commitment contribution. I'll be uploading this PSD file to the Google Drive that we have for our channel members and patrons. So you can use Patreon or hit the join button on YouTube. That'll get you access to a special channel on the Discord server, the sketches. After 2 months, you get brushes, whatever brushes you want. And of course, free access to all the guides that I create. So we have a pen guide and marker guide and soon to be digital guide. So, hey, Mecca, I'm actually just wrapping up, but good to see you. All right, with that, as I always say, passion is the process. Take some time to show someone what you learned, and that's going to help you integrate that knowledge and be better at what you do. All right, and don't be afraid to try new things, like myself today, sketching people, steampunk people on the stream. All right, with that, take care. Thank you, Latrice. Much love to you, Svetlana. Thanks for tuning in, Jordan, Tom. I don't think Wayne or Applejacks was here, or Charlene, but love you all. Thank you very much again. Thank you, NYC Everything, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Good luck cleaning the fish tank. Thanks for all the suggestions. Peace and love to you, and have a happy Monday.